Mark McGowan forsakes odd PPE stunt. Chief ridiculed as state attempts to fully recover as his post-WA falls. Western Australia Premier Mark McGowan has been vigorously reprimanded for overstating the danger of COVID to legitimize keeping his state locked away from the remainder of the country. As well as being censured, McGowan has additionally been chuckled at and compelled to withdraw from a danger to wear full PPE to a virtual bureau meeting. The Western Australian Premier was derided on paper after his declaration to wear gloves, a veil, goggles, and a plastic suit to get around his state-based travel limitations made the intro page of the West Australian under the title text, "Goodness, for Mark's sake." McGowan's peculiar thought began after he was requested to go to a slander preliminary with extremely rich person and head of the United Australia Party, Clive Palmer. Palmer is suing McGowan over the Premier's remarks that Palmer was the foe of Western Australia in 2020. McGowan is counter-suing, asserting that Palmer maligned him in meetings and that his remarks elevated or added to the criminal conduct focused on the Premier during the pandemic. Palmer stimulates this outrage and this franticness locally that contributes, "I don't say it's all him, yet he adds to such practices that I've never seen," said McGowan. What Western Australia has likewise never seen before are McGowan's regularly depicted as oppressive COVID well-being orders. McGowan confronted nearby shock and fights after his severe COVID rules saw families isolated from wiped out and kicking the bucket friends and family, while individuals were terminated from their positions because of immunisation orders. One young fellow lost his life after the drawn-out line lockdowns left him separated from his family in Victoria. "I currently have, outside my home, a squad car left 24 hours every day. I have police go with me basically any place I go. My whole family is under danger in view of this frenzy that individuals like Mr. Palmer work up that outcomes in me shutting my discretionary office on the grounds that my staff are under danger." Incidentally, individuals from the Western Australian Police are secured a court fight to stop individuals from the power being sacked because of McGowan's well-being orders. On December 24, Senior Constable Ben Falconer won an order against the Western Australia Police Commissioner to keep him and 30 different officials from being sacked while the test to immunisation commands is in progress. Regardless of there being no prerequisite for in-quarantine with homegrown travel, McGowan demanded that he plan to persevere through 7 days of in-quarantine. "I've concluded that I'll in any case do the quarantine time frame subsequently, despite the fact that I'm not expected to, just to eliminate any contention that in some way this has been controlled in support of myself," said McGowan. In the wake of being disgraced out of actually wearing for him full PPE for a video interface meeting, where the gamble of COVID transmission is zero, McGowan actually wore a veil. As the vast majority of the nation either diminishes or drops COVID well-being orders altogether, McGowan has put the state under Level 2 limitations. Kindly subscribe and like Citizen News Channel.